So, Fat Man.
Wait a minute. Sleazy?
Yeah, I'm here.
You you escaped rehab again?
I think it's going to be for a little while, but you never know.
I
But there's some cool news. While I was in rehab, I got to take a look at the new Magic the Gathering product. You know, they're doing all these co-promotions with stuff. They did one with TNA Wrestling. It came out with a brand new card. It's called Anthem the Owl. It says, sacrifice the Canadian. This creature does 2 damage to itself. I'll take the slow clap on that one. But let's talk about sacrifice on the wrestling show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy,
This is a fat man.
and welcome everyone to another wonderful episode. We're doing, at least for now, old school, right?
It looks like it.
We're-
And I almost missed the show. So luckily
Right.
I'm here.
This could have been a solo podcast for a while.
Oh God.
And
Ladies and gentlemen, her Adrian Hermaphroditic Porn presented by the Wrestling Show.
yes, it's going to be all over the map.
Screen.
Also the screen, I guess. TNA Sacrifice happened. It was a show that happened in 2024. Before we actually talk about the show, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the actual issues with the streaming and stuff like that. You and I.
So it wasn't just me.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
So obviously there were a bunch of issues with the show in terms of production. TNA Plus, it was kind of weird. But I wanted to show something before we actually got started. Now let's hope I can actually do this. We'll see how it works. I always do this to myself, but I always like to try at least. I want to show you this. This is some highlight video that somebody made of. This is the tag match, okay? And I just want to show quickly, and this is, well, I'll tell you why later. So as you can see, we're getting to this big spot in this highlights reel. This highlights. What the fuck is that?
Can't see it.
Oh God. So let's see if I can actually make that work for us, because I really do believe that this matters.
Okay. Here we go.
Because this is just absolutely ridiculous. Okay.
Okay, so it wasn't
What is this? What the fuck is this? Okay, and this happened multiple times on the show. And I would be okay with this, some idiot just, making a highlights video to, because he likes TNA or whatnot. Except, this is TNA Wrestling putting this out. What the fuck are you doing? What the hell is wrong with you? Why on God's green earth would you show something like that as a highlight of your show that you're trying to get people to subscribe to TNA Plus to watch? What is wrong with you people? The thought process behind that is absolutely infuriating, because you're sitting there saying, okay, we want to make this little teaser video so people will come and watch the goddamn product, and you throw that out on there? Why would you just not cut that out? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you guys? Are idiots. You fired Scott D'Amore for no fucking reason, and then you let shit like this happen constantly. And then, of course, the actual production of the venue was not great either.
No.
It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing here?
It's like when they went to Vegas for Hard to Kill, and they had all those lights and all that stuff for like production value up, and then they went back to lighting the ring and the stage, and that's it. It's like,
I swear to God, it's self-sabotage. It's legitimately self-sabotage. How do you fuck something like Sleazy, the fucking idiot who has been doing audio podcasts for 11 years, knows better enough not to show shit like that on a highlight video?
Yeah.
So the answer is, please hire me. God damn it. I'll suck your dick. You know.
Suck your dick. Don't even pay him. You don't need to pay him. He'll suck your dick.
He'll just suck your dick. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. It's
so
fine.
The two matches that was most notable on mine were the first two matches.
Yep.
And then like the entrances to the no DQ match, and then it stopped after that.
Right.
To me, but
not just you. Yeah, a lot of people had problems, especially with the Nick Nemeth match. Yes. Obviously, this was one of them that would
like for a good 3. Well, Nick Nemeth versus freaking Steve Macklin.
Yeah, let's get going on this.
14 minutes and 22 seconds. Christian Thompson from TWWrestling.com. He gave it 3 3/4. I can't really rate it because 3 minutes of the. How about this? The match was getting choppy as it prolonged, and then it was like 3 minutes of nothing. And then it kicked back in, and then it stopped again, and then Nemeth got the pin. So I'm like, I can't even rate it. I can't.
And I thought it was fine.
I can't do it justice.
The pieces that I saw were fine. It was terrible, though. It takes you out of the match in ways that you never get back. And it's unfortunate because is this technically Nick's debut pay-per-view match?
Yes.
He obviously showed up in Hard to Kill, but this is the first show that they came back. So, yeah, that makes sense. Having him open to this and technically speaking is the biggest star on the show? Would you agree with that?
Most well-known star on the show.
Okay, I'll give you that. In terms of casual fan number 4,
yes,
people would know who Dolph Ziggler is.
Yes.
It would have been a great opener if it wasn't so.
The feed was together.
I don't know.
Yo Doggers like tag team matches. Look, he's not even here.
Not even here.
TNA World Tag Team Championship, ABC versus the System. 13 minutes and 23 seconds. Christian Thompson gave us 3.5 stars. Again, the 3/4 of this match was what you showed. Like it was.
Yeah.
I can't rate it because feed issues. I can't.
Same exact reason, same exact rating. The pieces that I did see, the pieces that I felt like were okay, were 3 stars. That being said, this is inexcusable in 2024. It really is.
Yeah.
Although I will say, this was in Windsor, right?
Goddamn Canadian internet.
Fucking Canadian internet. Yep. God damn it.
Yep. Name of the episode, Goddamn Canadian internet. All right.
It might be.
No DQ match. PCO versus Khan. 8 minutes and 22 seconds. Christian Thompson gave us 3 stars. Finally, a match I can rate. Give them Mike Sanders.
I mean, you're an overrating piece of shit.
I might be. Also, wrong kid died.
Yes.
100%.
Here's my problem with the match. There's multiple problems I had. By the way, it's 2.5 stars for me, which was, the dick move.
Yep.
But you know, it's okay. At your house show, it was fun. It was quick. It's 8 minutes. They had a couple of interesting spots. PCO spending 2 minutes putting up 4 chairs to just immediately go in through them was funny. You know, shit like that. I think you're right. Connor really needed the win here. PCO does not need a win in 2024 these days, or in 2023 for that matter.
Or in 2022, or in 2021, or in 2020.
Yeah, I mean,
18.
okay, yeah, you got me there.
I gotta be the dick.
But yeah.
Yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
I do.
TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships. MK Ultra defends against Spitfire. Technically,
holy shit! Perfect timing.
I see a.
Well, I tried to.
There he is. And look, it's the Canadian internet.
That fun, you know.
It's just like the TNA feed.
Just like it. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, literally, he's.
There he is.
There he is.
Welcome back, Ryan.
Well, I've been here the whole time. I just have.
Canadian internet.
I'm telling you, the Canadian internet up there.
Moved.
The goddamn Canadian internet.
Talked about so far.
We
the
talked
two
about
matches we couldn't watch.
Yeah.
And then the no DQ match.
This is fucking hilarious.
We talk about how shitty Canadian internet is, and then the Canadian comes on with shitty Canadian internet.
Right?
Wow.
How dare you, sir?
That's just perfect.
Well, we're talking about the Knockouts tag title match.
I'm shocked that those titles changed hands.
I pulled the Yo Dogger like tag team matches. MK Ultra versus Spitfire. Bell to bell, 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Christian Thompson, he gave it 1.5 stars. What an overrated piece of shit. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
How dare you? Even half star. I mean,
you overrated piece of shit.
Right?
10 stars.
He said
I said half star.
Half star. And I gave him the overrated piece of shit.
It's only a half star away. I don't give a shit.
So
you're right. It is only a half star away.
Before we continue this, because I know there were shenanigans before the bell started, and you're still counting that as half a star if you include all of that?
Yes.
Just wait till my rating.
It's probably a dud.
It is a dud. No, I don't do negative duds. It's a dud. They beat the fuck out of them before the match. They beat the fuck out of them during the match. And then they pulled a quick 1-1.
My favorite part about the beatdown pre-match was oh God, I can't remember who was attacking. I think it was Masha. Well, Masha Slamovich, thank you, was choking Jody. I can't remember who was choking who. But the other one got out and had a little bit of a home spot, but instead of saving her friend who was being choked, just sat there and watched her get choked. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing here?
I pulled this out once a show. It was
Turtle?
Dumb.
Oh, okay. That too. Ryan, what was it missing?
He froze again. All right, fuck this shit. Ryan's just he keeps freezing.
It was missing everything.
You're worse than Chip on the Pop-Up Sports Podcast last night.
Yeah, he bounced off. How bad was that?
That was almost as worse as the TNA show last night.
Ooh.
Or
Yikes.
Friday night.
Yikes. But yeah, let me put a little spin on this. Why are they throwing the tag titles on Spitfire? Whatever.
Because they want to break up MK Ultra.
I dare say that they're not just going to break them up. I think MASH is gone. Like, gone.
Oh, maybe.
So,
Where did I read it? Someone, where did I read it? Like MK Ultra. Don't split them up. They're one of 3 teams in the division.
right?
Let's try this again.
You're getting a little better.
Did it work?
Little better, little worse, very much worse. I see middle fingers.
I see middle fingers.
I don't know why it's deciding today is the day that
because
it's Canada. There we go.
I watched.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Jeez,
why?
Because they broke up the.
Yep. You can't even get it in.
This is great. This is phenomenal. I love this shit. This is so great. I could see.
Okay, that's Freezek Ryan.
I would say turn off your camera at this point and see if that works.
Yeah.
There's got to be something weird going on.
How's my voice?
It's great. It's lovely. It's smooth and buttery. I think.
Sounds like a Canadian.
It's still not good. Wow. Why is it so bad today? I don't know.
Maybe because he wasn't on before.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We paid the internet bill, so I'm not sure why.
It's Canadian internet.
It is. Well, that's what TNA had such trouble with. So are we talking?
All the Canadian.
King of the 4-star match, Josh Alexander.
Yeah.
Versus Hammerstone, 18 minutes, 19 seconds. Christian Thompson, because he's a dick, gave this 3 3/4.
Because he knows your bit.
He knows my bit.
King of the 4-star match.
But King of the 4-star match got 4 stars.
We're talking about star ratings and all that. We're talking about star ratings and all that nonsense. I want to just bring up something. I saw somebody, and I'm bringing up AEW just for. There's a point to this. They rated Ospreay and Takeshita 2 out of 5 stars or 3. Like it wasn't. It was like some stupid grade system.
Mm-hmm. We're still losing you, man.
Yeah. Ryan, take the night off. You deserve it. I know it's TNA. I know you like wrestling.
For our premise.
He can't hear us. He's just going on and on. It's over.
Did he drop or you drop him?
He dropped.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Gotta love Canadian internet today. It is the theme of the episode. What is Hammerstone's first name?
First name Hammer, last name Stone.
Right.
4 stars because Josh Alexander came the 4-star match. This is obvious. Booking's obvious. Mm-hmm. Hammerstone's gonna get his win back. Obvious booking's obvious. Like, cool, great match. Weak ref bump, but it was all right. Other than that,
it was good. It's a 4-star match.
Cool.
What was it missing? That's all I got.
Cool. Yo, dog, I heard you like trios matches.
I do like trios matches.
Time Machine versus Mustafa Ali and the Grizzly Young Vets. 14 minutes and, if I don't remember your handwriting, 11 seconds. Another Christian Thompson gave it another 3.5 stars.
Okay, forgive me for not watching the product here, but since when were Grizzled Young Vets up with Mustafa Ali?
Like on TV the night before.
Oh, okay. So this was relatively new?
Yes.
Okay. Well, now I don't feel as bad. I'm like, wait a second, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Okay. It was good. I obviously they were trying to play with the machine guns breaking up and whatnot, but it's fine. I know Mustafa Ali gets a lot of good marks when it comes to actually getting booked everywhere, on the indies. And apparently he draws really, really well. I hate to say this, but I don't understand his appeal right now. I don't get the gimmick, I guess, is the biggest question, because it's not just that he's trying to take back the X division, but he's doing a similar version of it on the indies too. So as a wrestler, he's great. I just don't get the gimmick.
To me, he's like Tribal Chief Light. That's what it comes across as to me for some reason. I don't know why,
Okay.
but that's what it comes across to me as. Is just trying to be like the savior of whatever. But
I mean, it's not the first time that type of gimmick has been used. I mean, It was fucking Truth Martini's gimmick for decade plus.
For decade
plus. I mean,
what'd you give it, match?
it was 3.5. I mean, it wasn't bad.
I gave it 3.75. I thought it was really good. It put Ali and the vets over while furthering the Time Machine storyline, so it did good.
Mm-hmm.
All of that was okay because it was in a 3-way match for the TNA Knockouts Championship. Jordan Grace versus Tasha Steelz versus Zaya Brookside. 12 minutes, 38 seconds. Christian Thompson gave us 3 1/4. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast. And you love 3-way matches.
Oh, I do, don't I? Yep. Especially when it was probably the most dead-ass fucking 3-way. See, this is the type of problem I have with the Knockouts division right now, is that I've made this argument before. Grace is above everybody right now. She never, ever, not once looked like she was in any threat of losing that match against 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
She literally wins after she gets after the heels get a hope spot. You know what I mean? It was just like, and she manages to fucking ding, what is her name? Ash by against or whatever her name is, Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
While doing it, it's like, what the fuck, guys? And it kind of goes to show you that she's almost above the division now. And I don't know what they're going to plan on doing with Ash and her. I assume that they're going to drop the title to Ash eventually. But where does fucking Jordan go from here?
Bye-bye.
Really? I think it's time for her to go. I think she needs to get into a bigger pond, because she's literally a big fish in a small pond right now.
Star rating.
Oh, 1.5 stars.
1.5 stars, you underrated piece of shit. I double it, 3 stars. I thought it was a good match.
Really?
Yeah.
To be fair,
that's all
triple threat match. I will concede that I may underrate match because 3-way.
Literally, my notes were, I thought it was a good match.
This one I'll be interested to hear about.
TNA World Championship. Moose.
iPhone.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
I'm used to fucking Ryan doing it.
Defends against Eric Young. 22 minutes and 5 seconds. Christian Thompson gave us 3.5. I agree.
You agree? I don't.
Oh, God.
2.
2?
2.
2.
2.
6 stars?
It was not 6 stars, sir. It was not even close. I don't know. It just, I know they wanted to do the system's got all the belts, all the big belts and stuff like that. but it just felt like that Young was just outmatched here. And Young's been trying to be, you know, the rah-rah guy for TNA since the whole we're backed as TNA thing. I don't buy it. I really don't buy it.
The system?
No, it's just Eric Young being a credible challenger to Moose.
Oh, yeah. They basically did it because it was in his quote hometown and everything like that. Even though they said it was like 2 hours, we lived like 2 hours away. But
yeah, it's Windsor,
home country.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Bret Hart got all the fucking. I'm from my home state when they all went to Toronto and Ottawa and Vancouver when he fucking lived in Calgary. Fucks. Yeah, I don't know. And that didn't help things for me personally. So I was going into it going, and then it didn't really feel like the match really mattered. So it was strange, I guess. I don't know. That's like my opinion, man.
Yeah, I just thought it was a really good match. I like Moose. iPhone.
Overall
thoughts on the show? You didn't rate it that great.
No, absolutely not. I gave it. Well, it's fitting.
Bret Hart.
I'll give it the Bret Hart. The early matches being marred by the fucking feed being shit. The later matches were okay to decent, and then the main event fell flat, and the semi-main fell completely flat. We had one squash match effectively with the tag titles, the knockout tag titles. It was not a show for me, I guess.
Okay. I thought it was an okay TNA show. Again, the production kind of threw me off a bit too. So
it's probably not a good thing to have as a, you know, the second show back, and this is your big, you know, I don't know, your next bit, I guess. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird to have it be this shitty.
Right. Okay, let's go to news and rumors quick here. SummerSlam is confirmed to be in Cleveland on August 2nd, or August 3rd.
August 3rd in Cleveland. I guess I'm not going to that.
Nope. There's expected to be at least one more planned WWE Hall of Fame inductee. This year's class includes Paul Heyman, Bo Nakano, UX Express, and Muhammad Ali as the celebrity inductee. They're planning on one more person.
Okay. What are your thoughts on... Now, first of all, I didn't realize that Mike Rotunda wasn't in yet.
No, he's not in his IRS.
Yeah. I thought he was for some reason.
Nope.
Like, oh yeah, now he's a 2-time... No, he's not. So... I like the U.S. Express being in. I like the fact that they did pull the trigger on Heyman. For obvious reasons, huge fan of Paul Heyman, to say the least. I could spend 25 minutes talking about how much I love Paul Heyman, but nobody wants to hear that, even our multitude of fan. But having Muhammad Ali in there is kind of an interesting celebrity take.
Should have been sooner.
I think it should have been sooner too. But he part of the dead group.
Dead group. Yep.
I wish Ryan was here on this one, but he was trying to figure out what the term was for inducting after somebody had died posthumous. But he called him, well, it's got to be the dead group. Yeah. And from now on, it's going to be the dead group. So it's the dead group and the celebrity group. So do we get another dead group or do we get another celebrity group?
Not another celebrity.
I hope not.
Most likely another dead group. So apparently Miro and anal spelled backwards are ending their 7-year marriage.
Yeah, apparently it happened way back in December, and Miro decided, fuck this, I'm going back to Bulgaria?
Really?
Yeah, he's back in Bulgaria.
Meh.
Surprising to me. It always sucks to see people break up. I don't know what happened, obviously. And anybody who does believe they do, that's in the wrestling journalist arena, is full of shit. Because obviously it's a personal relationship.
Huh. Al Snow says someone will die in an AEW ring. I guarantee it.
Well,
let's hope not.
You say let's hope not. I know at least one person that says let's hope so.
Darby Allin.
Yes.
Okay.
That motherfucker's going to die on the ramp on the way out. He's not going to be able to do enough damage to himself to kill himself in the ring. I could make a joke here, and I'm not going to because there is an Owen Hart fan still on this show.
Yes. AEW's announced a lot of Canadian dates. Well, I mean, they're in Boston tomorrow, past Wednesday. Probably that's where Shaw's show is going to debut. Then they're in Ottawa Saturday, and then Toronto. Then they're in Quebec City, London, Ontario, Canada. Then later in the year, they're going to be in Winnipeg, Edmonton, Vancouver, Calgary. Yeah.
So, in other words, they're actually touring places that they haven't been in a while, if at all. I don't think they've ever been in Canada, have they?
Yeah, they've been in Canada.
Have they? Okay, so they haven't worn out the fucking area like they have with Chicago.
Japanese veteran wrestler Yutaka Yoshi dies after a match in All Japan.
Yeah, I didn't get much of the details on that. Always obviously sad that somebody dies, especially in the ring.
50 took ill after a match this weekend, rushed to the hospital, and now it's been pressed away. Yep, no cause of death given.
Okay.
So, do we know any matches for freaking Stand and Deliver?
I think they're working through them now, but no official matches have been announced that I'm aware of. Obviously, Sean Spears is back as Sean Spears, which is cool. I assume they're going to do him versus Ridge Holland at the show. They're probably going to do Joe Gacy versus Dijak again.
So, the main event is Ilya Dragunov defending the NXT Championship against
Who?
Tony D'Angelo.
Interesting.
What? And then Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker defending the NXT Tag Team Championships against the tournament winners.
Oh, the Dusty Classic?
No, they won the Dusty Classic.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So they're doing another tournament.
LWO versus OTM. Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus No Quarter Catch Crew. Okay. The OC randomly out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. Yeah.
It's going to be a good show.
Those are the only. Yeah.
I am shocked that they chose to put Tony D'Angelo in Stand and Deliver rather than Trick.
No, Trick's facing Carmelo Hayes. That was 100% going to happen. They just haven't
yes,
yet, but
then that's your main event then, because that's what.
That's going to be like I said, that's going to be the last match.
Right.
Nobody listens to me. Apparently, Roderick Moss and Emma got married.
Good for them.
Steve Macklin's contract with TNA expires in May.
Cool. Do we really believe that there's going to be a mass exodus?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Apparently, Dominic Mysterio got married and he also got booed at his own wedding.
Good for him. Getting heel heat at his fucking wedding. Good for him.
WWE's YouTube channel hit 100 million subscribers, apparently.
Only 10 have done so about him, one of which was PewDiePie.
Sources confirm Kevin Kelly has been released from AEW.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Let's fucking talk about that. Hilarious shit.
Okay.
I actually got in fight online because, of course, why not? So now I'm gonna preface this by saying, as a commentator, especially in New Japan, I've learned a lot from him. I've done a seminar with him. You know, I've done a lot of things to try and help myself in my own career because of him. That being said, personally, he's an asshole. And additionally, he doesn't know what the word libel means.
I see this.
So what is the main reason why he got canned, supposedly? Obviously, this is a rumor, but you could pretty much read between the lines from the way things went. Ian Riccaboni had said a couple of things about him regarding. Now, for people who don't know, there's a stupid movie that was going around that was a bunch of stupid, ridiculous. I don't want to even say Republican. It was conservative nonsense. Okay, and it was like conspiracy theory, and I can't remember the name of it. But one of the big things about it was they were trying to pump it up by having people buy a bunch of tickets, so it looks like it made more money than it probably would have otherwise. Ian had said on what he thought was a private Discord server, it was not, that Kevin Kelly was one of the people that claimed that he had done this, that he had spent a bunch of money and bought a bunch of tickets.
Kevin Kelly did, not Ian.
Yeah, that Kevin Kelly did this. And Kevin makes it a point to say that he had been libeled by Ian in this, what he thought A, was a private chat, and B, why would you use the word libel? You fucking idiot. Libel, there's two very, very specific pieces of libel. Number one, it's got to be written that's not true, which by all intents and purposes couldn't have been true because of how it was written. And B, it's got to do detrimental damage to the person. Well, at the time, it did no damage to him whatsoever. He actually made a jump from New Japan to AEW.
Yes.
So it didn't harm him at all. Now that he's been fired because of this, he might have at least half of a case. But the point is that at the time of him saying it, he didn't have a single goddamn case. And I hope he fucking rots. He can go play with his new promotion in upstate Pennsylvania or wherever the fuck it is. My problem with Kevin Kelly is the fact that he spent all this time backtracking to try and save himself. And if you believe the stuff, you believe the stuff, whatever. I don't give a shit. You're an idiot if you think so, in my opinion, but that's my opinion. And everyone's got an idiot opinion. But Kevin saying what he said, while basically being one of the mouthpieces of AEW, is probably one of the stupidest things you could do. He was already having troubles meshing well with other people on commentary. if you listen to his commentary, it always sounded like he had no idea what he was doing or who was on in front of him, which is kind of strange.
Do you blame that a little bit on who's producing him? Because let's just face it, AEW has way too many announcers.
Yeah,
way too many.
I'd agree, and they did well by getting rid of some of the dead weight. No,
I mean, Ian and Caprice Coleman stick to ROH. Don't go in AEW. ROH should not mesh with AEW, in my opinion. I know you got to get ROH's name out there bigger. I understand it. Get it. Business decision. But stay separate.
I would agree.
And if you're going to have two shows, have a commentary team for one and a commentary team for another. And on the big shows, and that's it. And then on like the pay-per-views, have one commentary team. Don't mix in, don't take out Taz, don't take out Tony Schiavone, don't take out one of them for JR. One team throughout the whole night. It's not like it's confusing. It doesn't.
Yeah.
The flow of the show while you're watching just doesn't work well.
It felt weird anyway because you had, obviously JR was going to be there because, you know, he's JR. He wants to call Sting's last match.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, even beforehand.
But yeah, they kept moving. Like they moved Taz in as Numbnuts came down for the 6-man.
Hook.
Yeah, it's like, I do want to really touch. I know you guys talked about Revolution and everything. I do want to touch upon the safety because we've referenced it earlier in the show, but I really want to talk about some of the dumber spots. I know you guys kind of talked about it last week, not as much as probably if I were on the show, I probably would have spent 25 minutes once again on the damn thing. But I do want to say doing a spot where glass flies out into the crowd. Are you fucking idiots? Seriously.
But yes, but also the way that was set up was dumb. He hit Nick on the steps and then just immediately ran in the ring, went up the ladder, and fell off. Like, didn't set it up at all.
Oh, I was talking about the second spot.
No.
With Sting.
Oh, with Sting?
That was even worse.
Yes.
The first spot was stupid for no reason.
Yeah.
But that's real glass, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Cry me a goddamn river. No, it just... Does nobody fucking talk? Do we not have agents anymore? Does the talent just like, this is what I'm doing, so be it?
AECWCW.
Yeah, that works. That clicks. I don't know. It just it pisses me off because there's so many different spots, not just in that match, but in other matches that were sloppy to the point where somebody could have seriously gotten injured. And I'm very concerned about that. However, we have Okada back. And most importantly, it's Hollywood Okada. We're just going to call him Wood from now on. Hey, which would you rather have, Hulk Hogan or Kazuchika Okada?
That's a no-brainer.
Right?
Give me an Okada all day, every day.
Yeah, and give me Hollywood Okada, man, right? That's exactly what they're doing, right?
What was it? Oh, yeah, somebody ordered 3MB off Wish or something.
Yeah. I love it. I'm happy about it. I can't be mad. Why could you be mad? I feel like that this, as much as I feel like that they chose not to spend a bunch of money on WWE talent that just got released just so they could throw a bunch of money at Okada instead. It really does feel that way, which not a bad option, honestly. Which would you rather have, Mustafa Ali and Nick Nemeth or Okada?
Okada.
Right. Anything else that came out?
No, that's basically there wasn't really too much this week.
Yeah, I can't remember anything that came up. We've got some time. We got 12 minutes. But I do want to talk to you about a rumor that I heard where WrestleMania was going to be next year.
Okay.
And it didn't start with M. There was a thought that next year's WrestleMania would be in Las Vegas.
Possibility.
What are your thoughts about that? Would you go? Let's start with that. Would you go to WrestleMania next year in Las Vegas?
I wouldn't not go. I mean, how about this? There's a strong possibility I would go. I mean, I could always drive down the whatever hours it is to see my parents.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not too worried about it. Hold on a minute. Only because someone just popped in my head, and I'm just like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Well, while you're doing that, I will say this: would I go to WrestleMania in Las Vegas? Unlikely, only because I just saw what happened to everyone that went to the Super Bowl and how they got jammed up the goddamn ass. I would not.
What do you mean jammed up the ass?
Oh, everything was like 5 times more expensive than normal Vegas would be. And I think the same thing would happen at WrestleMania.
I honestly don't think the same thing would happen because the Super Bowl, as much as we like to say, WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of wrestling, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Will there be some inflation on hotels and stuff? 100%. There probably is in Philadelphia this year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I don't think it would be as much as it was in Vegas.
After this and F1 and the fact that they're going to do it again next year for there's another big event's coming to Allegiant, and I can't remember what it was, but it was another big. I'm not sure if it was a sporting event. I think it was like a big concert that they were planning on. Vegas as a whole has gotten more expensive over the years. Like, for instance, if you go starting April 1st, I think it is, if you go down to Vegas and you get a hotel room in any one of the MGM properties, before you actually pay a single dollar for the room itself, you have to pay $50 a night for a resort fee. And then you pay 12.5% on the resort fee tax, and then 12.5% on the actual room tax. And that's before you spend even a fucking dollar on the room itself. And room rates can go anywhere between $10 and $100. Yeah, exactly.
Fuck that.
And all the casinos are now doing that. And all the casinos are making you pay for parking now. And all the casinos are making you pay for everything that comes around. And all the food has been inflated. And you get a fucking nacho plate from Fontainebleau for $20. And you get 6 tortilla chips. And shit like that. And it's gotten so bad that everything and their brother is so inflated, nobody wants to actually do anything down there because they can't afford it. And I think it's only going to get worse if they do WrestleMania there. So, who knows? It'll probably be the case, but...
you got a point.
Ryan, put yourself up. You motherfucker.
Yep.
Heavy G wasn't on tonight because he had something else to do too. Go ahead and put over Best Darn Sports Show.
Best Darn Sports Show, period.
2.
2. We did a pop-up show last night out of nowhere because the NFL free agency was going absolutely apeshit. We have a show where every other Thursday now on the Facebooks, and I think we're going to go exclusively to YouTube on March 21st when we're doing the baseball preview show. So we got this week, so I think the 14th is the last day we're going on Facebook. I think. Don't quote me on that.
Awesome. So you'll be able. Do you know what the YouTube URL is?
That's a heavy G thing.
Okay. Well, we'll ask him next week. Ryan's not here, but you can find Ryan at Ryan Buckgotch on TikTok and on Reddit, r/wrestling show on Reddit too. Reddit quote of the day. I don't have anything, so too bad. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm at TWS Sleazy.
TWSFatman.
We are SleazyFatman on X, Instagram, Threads, TikTok. Please go on over there and give us a like. Videos you can find on twitch.tv/SleazyFatman, youtube.com/SleazyFatman, and premium videos on onlyfans.com/The Wrestling Show. Jesus Christ. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite platform. Click that notification icon on YouTube so you get notified when we go live and obviously when our normal shows come out. You can find all sorts of content on thewrestlingshow.com, including articles, merch, bunch of other cool stuff. Really good stuff. Take a look over there. You can get this podcast every Saturday morning wherever you get your podcasts, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, and Podbean. Don't hesitate to rate us on your favorite platform. Click automatic downloads. It really does help us out. So with a fuck you to Ryan and a fuck you to Heavy G, and as always, for Sleazy.
For the Fat Man.
This is The Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. We haven't said that all fucking show.
Right?
Fuck Tony Khan and his alleged coke habit. A hot dog's not a sandwich, a sub is not a sandwich, a burger is a sandwich. Next week is going to be okay because it's a Reddit three-way.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The bloodshed in your name. When there's nothing to